Okay, so consider this HTML. It has a body, section, division inside the section, nav inside the section, main inside the section. Inside main, there's a division class about. There is an aside HTML tag, closes the main tag, and there are 3 division class sponsors. Now, again, there are many ways that you can structure CSS, but one of the best practice I find for myself is to use indentation. Notice that just by looking at this, you can kind of see the hierarchy. You can see that these elements is a child element in the section. Now, did I have to put that over there? I didn't have to. But this kind of helps me see the site hierarchy. Notice this. These are elements inside main. So I just indented, put another tab or 4 spaces, so that visually I can see that this is a children of this. And this is the same hierarchy as that. These indentation rules, again, you don't have to do it in the CSS. I find is really helpful. And also, it makes it easier for you to find things. For example, if I want to find CSS for main, I can find it. And anything that is inside the main, I can just kind of see it directly there because it's clustered together and because it's indented. Later, you will be introduced tools such as less and sass, where you can actually do nesting and you can actually put some of these things inside the bracket of another element, but that's more advanced and we'll teach you that later. So this is kind of a good preparatory tool, and even if you're again not using less or sass, I find that structuring your things this way is helpful. You will also note that even this, I didn't have to say main division dot about. I could just say division dot about. But I personally find that kind of over specifying the element is helpful because look, my HTML is probably going to get way more complicated later. I'm going to have many classes, many divisions, many other HTML tags. So instead of just doing something generic like division.about, what if I created something else later and I also give that division a class about, right? Just to say that, hey, this one really do it for what's if it is inside main. I find that being more specific is better. And of course, you don't want to go overboard and say body, main, division, dot about, and so forth. So you need to find a good balance on it. Like notice I didn't say body, section, main, division, dot about, right? I left it out. I just indented it. So you can see that by indentation that this is part of section, but I didn't want to type section on every single one because that would be kind of annoying and make my code look ugly, but also tiring for my fingers. Okay, so again, just some of the best practices that I've applied for you for this particular assignment. But as you do your CSS, try to follow these best practices. Indent your code. I think will make it more readable for you, and it gets you ready for using advanced tools such as less and sass later on.